Well, interesting stuff. I feared I'd have to make this video, but I still didn't really think I would because I just don't really want to accept it, but oh, it's gonna happen. Hello, and in today's video we are doing a reaction to the breaking news coming from Watford, coming from Birmingham, and that is not that we've signed Lee Bowyer as manager. Don't worry, Xisco's still got more time. It is that Watford have agreed a deal for Troy Deeney to join Birmingham City, his boyhood club, on a free transfer. And plans are in place for Troy to have a medical pretty much in the next few hours. So I didn't think it would happen, but I did see it coming, didn't I, really? Because there was just this panic about it. There was talk about it, and obviously the deadline shuts tomorrow, so I guess it's expected, but it's going to take a while to sink in, because, you know, from an attacking point of view, from a striker's point of view, from a goals point of view, it's not going to hurt us, but it does hurt us from every other perspective of football, that be legacy, that be, you know, reputation and motivation. He is the perfect kind of guy you want, kind of just sorting out the team when we play poorly and we're up against it to try and stay up. And of course, he's not going to play forever, but it's you know, championship level is kind of where he's going to be at. If you feel like he's going to realistically play minutes, Andre Gray looks like he's gone to QPR. And Isaac Success has left off to Udinese. These are transfers that we had to kind of get done. But it just hurts to see Troy Deeney leave because he's such a legend of the club. And I mentioned the word legacy. His legacy is unbelievable. It does not touch any of it, the fact he's moving on, because he's only human. He's got to move on eventually. And he wasn't going to be probably playing, which is a sad thing. But, you know, he just hasn't got the fitness or enough of a fitness to play at top level football. And I don't think any Premier League team were in for him because, you know, his age. He's still a very capable forward and he still scores goals. But he's chosen to go back to his roots, back to Birmingham where he, you know, feels comfortable. And it is sad, but it's not like this is out of the blue. It's not like Watford have kind of been scammed into this. We had a feeling that clubs would be sniffing around for Troy Deeney, but it just feels like an end of a generation. You know, he came in so early in the club, and you know he was there before I was a Watford fan. You know, 2013, my first game, and you know he's just been a staple of this Watford team. And I think there was the fear that he would leave because there was a thing about, I think he said he wouldn't return to training. And that was like the end of May 2020, and we were like, oh, are we actually going to keep him for this championship season? We did. He had some important moments, he scored some important penalties, and he had unlucky moments with injury, and obviously didn't end that season, but he was watching from the sidelines. But I just thought he would go for it for one last season in the Premier League, but it's just we've brought so many strikers in, and it kind of just doesn't necessarily elbow out Troy, because I'm sure that he would be willing to kind of be up for the competition, fight for his place, and fight for some involvement. He's a great player to bring on with, you know, 10 minutes to go, solidify the game, you know, help this team get into their shape, win those flick-ons, show the strength to hold up the ball. But, you know, he's probably not happy right now in his role at the club, and his fitness hasn't been amazing. So it's a really difficult one, because on the one hand, I'm thinking this was always going to happen. We had to accept this. But on the other hand, I wanted to see him really sign off spectacularly. I wanted him to have a few games to kind of appreciate the time he's had at the club. And, you know, he's had an amazing career at Watford. And there's no doubting, you know, one of Watford's best ever strikers in history. He's been absolutely brilliant, capped a lead legend. And it's going to be sad. It's going to be really sad to see him not pulling on a Watford shirt again. But it's just the way that things have worked out, the scenarios, the place he has in this side for Xisco Munoz in the Premier League. We've brought in youth, we've brought in Ashley Fletcher, we've brought in, you know, Dennis. And it does leave us a little bit, light up front, I'll admit. So I'm not saying, a striker is a priority, because I think another centre-back and maybe a left-back is priority, with Messina quite out of form and Rose, not in fitness. But I do think that Deeney, we thought he was going to go, but it hurts now more that it is probably going to happen. So, I don't know. I think maybe I'm being a bit dramatic. Like, a lot of Watford fans would have said, okay, it's going to happen. We have to just take it on the chin. He's been a legend at this club, but, his time is up now. He is a pure legend, and all I have for Troy Deeney is admiration. He's literally Mr. Watford. It's as simple as that. And, it's sad to see him go. I don't really know what more to say, because he is the sort of man who, has had so much going on in his life, come out of prison, been on the road to redemption. He has been a massive leader and a massive, shower of the passion, the community, and just the togetherness of this club. So he's set for his medical with Birmingham City, and it is sad. It is sad. Watford is in his heart. Troy Deeney has addressed the Watford fans in an emotional and heartfelt message. 11 years at the club, and it's now come to an end. So he's going on a free, basically. And Troy Deeney is going to be going up to Birmingham in the Championship. It's where it all began. And basically, the way to just give Deeney the right send-off, you just got to replay that clip against Leicester. I mean, released from the club, what a goal against Leicester, what a legend of a striker, and he's going to be playing up against some Championship defences. But it's interesting. I didn't think he would play for Birmingham. I think he had a quote where he was like, "Oh, I'll never play for Birmingham," but there it is, and he's going to be up at, playing with people like Harley Dean and Djukovic. It's just best of luck to him. You can't be bitter. I'm not bitter at all. I'm very happy for him. It's his boyhood club, and just the time has come. We've got to kind of accept it. We've got to say that he has had an amazing career, and he's got every right to have what he does on TalkSport, and what he said about Arsenal in the past, how they do lack those certain things, and it seems that's coming true this season with no goals and -9 goal difference. So I adore this man beyond words. He's a legend. He's a leader on and off the pitch, and it's just he's been amazing the last 10 years. He needs to be playing on the pitch because he's still a good forward, and I just don't think he was going to be playing there. So thank you for everything, Troy Deeney. Oh, it feels strange to be doing this video, but I guess we knew it was going to happen. I kind of think Birmingham City is kind of the poetic place for him to go, and it is sad, but he's done all he's done, and he's done all he can to just make himself in Watford folklore. I think with 1 year left on his contract, on his current Watford deal, he featured twice from the bench so far this season, and it's his 12th season at Vicarage Road. It just didn't feel like he was going to get the minutes he deserves, and that's not to discredit Watford. We've got so many options right now, and Troy Deeney is adapting as a player. Last season, at times, he was actually the assister. He wasn't necessarily getting as many goals, but he was just so important in that team for morale, and just he was a great character. And there's so much mutual respect between the club captain and the board and the club and the fans. So I think it was the right decision. I think Deeney, if he was sitting on the bench every week, not having the fitness, not getting minutes, not playing, the end of his career in the right way, then he would have got frustrated. And I know that he's, someone that wants to play minutes and really deserves to play minutes. So I think it's the right decision. It's a hard one to take, but it's very much inevitable, and I think it's just the way things go. It's confirmed. He's gone to Birmingham, and it is what it is. So thank you for watching this very short reaction video, but it was just, I had to get a video out on it because obviously it's massive from Watford. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.